Hey, welcome to take two of episode 78 of the Hot Rod Tuesday podcast. I'm Tom.
Kyle.
And Al.
Yeah, I done screwed up. We did the whole intro. It was one of the best intros we've ever done. And some dipshit didn't press record.
Yep, no more effort this time for me. Sorry.
That's right. I'm not pointing at you.
Yeah. So we're here in the middle of Tornado Alley. Speaking of Alley, I feel like I'm having deja vu. Speaking of Alley, we got to get her on the show again here pretty quick.
We do.
Yeah, that would be nice. Looking out the windows of the basement penthouse, that I'm stealing that from DJ Del Villarreal. It is orange outside. What the hell? I mean, it's like literally.
There's no Home Depot here. I don't know why.
It's like literally creamsicle orange outside as I'm looking out the window.
But I think it's because on the radar it showed a bunch of orange in this area, so it's got to be.
Oh, that's probably it.
Yeah.
Oh, Dodge County has almost 1,200 people out of power. I see that. We got the weather going on in the background here because it's.
Ooh, lots of lightning.
Yeah, there's lightning and there's orange and it's one of those nights. So, great show tonight. We do have Erick Esse coming up from the Jefferson Swap Meet. And we also have Brandon from the Chetek car show coming up a little bit later. But first, what the hell were we talking about? I forgot already.
We're going to do our car show and then cabbies.
Oh, yeah. So our car show is coming up 3 weeks from tonight, May 5th, Cinco de Mayo. And
that's the day after Quattro de Mayo.
Yes. Oh, that's what we're going to talk about. So, see, it was such a great thing, and everything flowed, and it was great. Now I got to try to remember what we did, and we got it all screwed up. So I apologize. You guys got to listen to the B version of this. So
yeah, it really was one of the best ones you've done.
Yeah. So Jumper.
Jumper.
Jumper. He talks about the greatest grilled cheese in the world and all this, that, and the other.
Yeah, so he said cheese, right?
I'm beginning to wonder because we've yet to see one.
Oh, yeah. And I just...
Well, if Beth was here, she'll say he'll make some when the truck is finished.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I got a text from Jumper, and it says, just so you guys know, I do listen to you a bunch of blank, and there's actually a blank in the text, LOL.
Yeah, nice of him to spell it out for us.
Yeah. My intentions were to make grilled cheese sandwiches for all you guys, because my birthday's Thursday. Well, happy birthday, Jumper. Got the cheese bought and everything. Well, yeah, you're in Wisconsin. There's plenty of cheese around. But the storm hit, and I'm scrambling to get shit under cover. Getting kind of wicked over here. We're out of power now. And
he's one of the 1,200.
He probably is, yeah. Yeah, if he had power, there'd only be 1,167.
Yep.
But it's looking pretty dicey outside, but hopefully we can get Jumper to come out here with these grilled cheese sandwiches.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Well, can't he fix his power issue with some jumper cables?
Yeah, like maybe hook a jumper wire up to a generator.
No wonder he calls us blanks.
Yeah, it's all you guys. I don't know. I don't get it.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's all us. But yeah, maybe we could get. Maybe we could bring the grilled cheese out. He could make grilled cheese for everybody at a car show one night.
I don't want to take away from our vendors. Otherwise, I'd be all for that.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Like if a vendor calls in sick, we can have Jumper's grilled cheese.
There we go.
Well, get a food truck, Jumper. A Bronco food truck. That'd be fun.
Yeah, it would. It'd be great. We could call it the Blanks grilled cheese. That would be fun.
Yeah.
No, never mind. So
that's why I do the promotions.
Yeah. Yeah, and the way the weather is and everything, like, holy crap, look at that, Heartland. They must have had a blonado.
Are trees supposed to grow sideways?
I don't think so. This guy looks angry. Yeah, there's the shelf. Look at that.
Yeah, brown deer.
She's leaving that bed outside right now.
So, anyway, we do have a show coming up. Last week we stopped over at Cabby's on Wednesday night for supper, just kind of get the layout for what we're going to do for the show on the 26th, and it looks like we're going to have a pretty good show there. Hopefully the weather turns out and cooperates with us. But he's going to have a beer tent. He's going to have all sorts of food there. And speaking of food, what did you guys think of the food Wednesday night?
The food was
Yeah,
excellent.
always good. And those
Yep.
those jalapeno tot things you ordered for appetizers, those are really good.
They were.
Yeah,
I remember what they were called.
jalapeno tots, right?
Someone doesn't some in
or-
a barrel or something like that.
Or
Yeah, jalapeno barrels.
It
or
was, whatever
something.
it was really good.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Cabby, I'm getting this wrong, but they were darn good.
yeah, it was fantastic. So yeah, get out there, support Cabby. I mean, he's doing what he can to support us, and it's kind of a fun drive to get over there. Now, those of you that live in this area, you're going to know that Highway 33 going out of Fox Lake is closed right at the moment.
Kaput.
Yeah, it's shut down at Leroy Meats, and Leroy Meats was named after Leroy Jenkins.
I have no doubt.
Yeah. Just kidding. Yeah, no. It was actually named after Leroy Butler. No, it wasn't that either. Anyway.
That's Leroy, by the way.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. So Leroy's Meats is where the road is closed. And so those of you coming from Beaver Dam, you have to take 33 to P.
Asshole, I almost choked on my beer.
Because Al being a third grade or seventh grader that he is, he can't say P without laughing.
You had it right at third.
What makes it funny is that we were talking today about the old pots they used to use before they had the indoor plumbing. So
Oh.
that makes it perfect. Chambers.
pots,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we were talking about that today, and now you're laughing at P. It's full circle today.
Yeah, the honey pots.
We had them at Central State Hospital.
A long time ago when I worked at the prison, when you look at the old Waupun prison and like on the ends of the cell halls, they have those turrets that go up and they got the big things on the top,
Yep.
look like humongous ashtrays. Well, there's circle windows. Did you ever notice that for each one of the tiers? There's one on the top and it goes down. There's 4 windows, and each one or 3 windows because there's the top 3 tiers had a seg cell at the end of the tier.
Is that the walls?
Okay.
Yeah, and what they did is, there was one at the bottom ground too. So they cut this out. They cut out a hole for emergency exit or something like that. And I'm going back 30 some years now, but they cut a hole in the wall to make an emergency exit, and they found like a straw mattress, and they found like an old pillow and some old metal plates and everything like that. And
It sounds like the mice we found in my car this week.
and I'm thinking, who the hell do I want to be in here? That was not a pleasant place.
Well, back in the day, that's how they looked at it. They wanted it anything but pleasant, so you wouldn't
Oh
come
yeah,
back.
that's
you
true.
know.
But yeah, that was their segregation cell, and they used to have walkways out to the end of the tiers that went out to those cells. So that was kind of cool.
Wow.
Yeah. And speaking of which, we did have a post on Facebook today. Kyle brought up the mice. I took out a mouse nest in my truck today, and Kyle
You had one too?
Yeah, in the glove box.
Really?
Made your mom real happy.
I sure did.
And then, so if you guys got any tips on getting rid of these frickin' mice, feel free to add to our question on the Facebook page on Hot Rod Tuesday podcast Facebook page. And dryer sheets, all that did is make the mouse smell good, and they didn't have any
I
static
can't say
cling.
it smelled good when I opened the vents up during the ride the other day.
No,
Okay, but they were soft.
You know what
and
it smelled
fluffy.
like, Al?
Did I who?
Do you know what it smelled like when I opened those vents up?
No.
Pee.
Pee.
and not highway pee. Oh yeah, we got to talk about that. Getting a cabbie show. We've got sidetracked.
Yeah, the yellow road. Yeah.
The Yellow Brick Road. Just like on outside.
All right, so if you're coming from the north, I'm going to start this way because
Nort.
we just do what we do. But if you come from the north, it's pretty simple. You're going to do your same thing. You're going to take AW to A and then take A to Howard Drive and follow Howard Drive right up to the cabbies. So coming from Beaver Dam Way, it's going to be a little bit different. Probably what I would do is take 33 into Fox Lake and then take Highway P to Randolph. And then from there, take P to 73 and then 73 to double A and then double A to A. And then Howard Drive off of Highway A. It's a fun drive. We did it the other night. But yeah, we want to make sure we get that in there. And that show is going to be the 26th, Sunday from 11 to 3. There won't be any salt on the road. I can guarantee that because it's been raining all night here. Actually sounds like it's raining pretty hard right at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
From orange to black out those windows.
Yeah, it with lots of flickering lightning. Anyway, so yeah, we got that show coming up on the 26th. So you'll have a beer tent. You'll have all sorts of fun stuff going on.
I think it's going to be a good time, real good time.
It really will. So with that,
Oh, talking about getting on the Facebook posts to comment on the mouse issues.
Oh, yeah.
You can go to our Facebook page with searching up Hot Rod Tuesday Podcast on Facebook. With the blue background is the podcast page. If you search up Hot Rod Tuesday and get the black background, that is our car show only page for our shows that start up again in 3 weeks from tonight. Along with the Facebook pages, we have Hot Rod Tuesday podcast pages on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. All of which will have a lot more traffic, a lot more posting once the season gets started in a few weeks. But for now, we are doing what we can. But go to those those 4 pages: Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and search up Hot Rod Tuesday Podcast and follow us and see what's going on.
all right. And next week we're going to have John Wells on here from Vintage Torque Fest. Looking forward to that show. That's one of my favorite shows every year. Down in Dubuque, you guys won't want to miss that one. That is a beautiful setting, great show. Anywhere between 2 to 3 stages of music going at any one point. And the highlight of the show is all the money that's raised for this show goes to Helping Hannah's Heart. It's a 501c3 charity that helps children with congenital heart defects. So you want to help these guys out because they do what they can to help out these the younger kids with these issues. So what we want to do, too, is we want to thank the sponsors for the 2026 car show season and thank Cheesy Paul from Precision Stripping and Tires in Reeseville. Give Cheesy Paul a call.
Cheesy Paul.
And if you got something that you need stripped or I can't even say it because I know you're going to laugh at me. If you have something that you need stripped, he does sandblasting. He does media blasting. He does all sorts of stuff.
He did a frame for me, and it came out looking new.
Yeah.
Does a great job.
Did my frame, too. Did some other stuff for me. And then also Bruce's Classic Restorations from the Slinger Metro area. Those guys, or Bruce over there, he's been a big supporter of the show. And you can find him at just about almost any car show in southeast Wisconsin. And just check him out. He'll be down at Jefferson, too. Next coming up would be M&S Fabrication out of Juneau. Check those guys out if you're looking for a furnace or air conditioner for your house. They are the ones to call. Actually, the furnace that's 8 feet behind me, it was installed by Bob and his crew a couple years back. Also, Dennis Bednarski Farms donating on behalf of the Dodgeland FFA alumni. So thank you guys for helping us out. We couldn't do this show without you. Also this year, we are accepting night sponsors for door prizes. So far, opening night, May 5th, will be the Greg Schwartz Agency offering Hagerty Insurance. I bet his phone's ringing off the hook tonight, huh?
Oh, with the storm, you bet.
Oh, 3-inch hail. They said over by Watertown.
Yeah.
Oof.
That's baseball size.
I should call him just to see if his phone's busy. I'm just kidding, Greg. I would never do that to you. But yeah, good thing we got good guys like Greg out there that can take care of us in times like this. And then August 11th will be the Napa of Waupun night. He's got a whole bunch of cool door prizes for that night. I have a whole box full of stuff upstairs. And you guys are going to be around and want to be around for that. And also Crafty Creations by Shelby donated a bunch of awesome stuff. And we'll be giving that away throughout the course of the season. So the only other thing we want to talk about, we got the Cabbie Show coming up on April 26th from 11 to 3. And that's on Howard Drive outside of Fox Lake. And then the other show we want to talk about is going to be on good Lord, on June 28th in Waupun, part of the Celebrate Waupun Festival. It'll be on Spring Street in front of the Rock River Intermediate School. We're going to have we're going to have our car show presented by the Home and Auto Group. And hopefully we don't have it 97 degrees like it was last year. One of the highlights of the show this year is we're going to have Brian Coleman's 31 Chrysler Nitro Burning Coupe. And hopefully, anyway, did you guys see that on Flow Racing over the weekend?
No, I missed it.
So he was down at Funny Car Chaos at the Texas Motorplex. And, excuse me, won his division, but he won it upside down and on fire. Car did get
Show
a little bit of
off.
damage, and hopefully he is going to be okay and get the car back together in some form or fashion to have it at the show. But anyway, yeah, I'll be looking forward to that. And if he does make it, he is going to start the car up and rattle some windows there in Waupun.
Oh, that's a treat if you haven't heard a nitro engine running.
Great. Here I am coughing, dying half to death. And anyway.
Good thing Kyle knows CPR. I ain't doing shit.
Yeah, I know. yeah. It's like Al does the New York version of CPR. Get up before you die. Anyway. So coming up next is going to be Erick Esse from the Jefferson Swap Meet. And after that will be Brandon from the Chetek Car Show. We got all sorts of fun stuff coming up, so hang on tight. We'll talk to you soon. Ah, yeah, you hear that? That's the sound of real horsepower, not one of those electric sewing machine cars. If you like chrome, loud pipes, and standing around arguing about grabbing that $20 bill off the dash, you got to check out Cabby's Spring Revival Car Show. It's happening Sunday, April 26th from 11 to 3 at Cabby's Grill and Patio in Fox Lake. Bring your ride, check out some sweet classics, and grab some food. We're talking about brats, hot dogs, pulled pork, and there's even a beer tent. Oh, and while you're there, the crew from Top Flight DJs will be keeping the good vibes rolling by playing all your favorite hits. The best part? Entry is free. There's plenty of parking, even for the biggest land yacht. So the Cabby's Spring Revival Car Show, April 26th from 11 to 3 at Cabby's Grill and Patio at N10351 Howard Drive in Fox Lake. Now get out there and drive them. All right, guys, joining us right now is going to be Erick Esse from the Jefferson Swap Meet. Erick, welcome to the show.
How you guys doing?
Great. So
Thanks.
you're on
Thanks for the invite.
Oh, sure, yeah, no problem. You guys probably are one of the biggest shows in Wisconsin, I would say. And let's go back to the history a little bit. Your dad started this show. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Sure. Yeah, in the early 70s, he was traveling back and forth to Carlisle and Hershey. He would go with empty trailer and buy accessories at Chevy dealerships, and then show up out east, do some selling, and then do some buying on the way back. And I think about 5-6 years into doing that, his friend Jim and him were talking, and he thought, you know what, I need to start a swap meet in Wisconsin. And that's kind of what started it all, was his passion for buying out Chevy dealers and going out to Hershey and Carlisle.
Oh,
he actually,
okay.
In the beginning, he named the show Little Carlisle, and eventually they got a hold of him and said, drop that name.
I remember that, the Spring Carlisle. I remember that, yeah, absolutely.
Yep. So in 1977, his very first show was at the Dane County Coliseum.
Okay.
And then he wanted to get into the concessions along with the show, and they wouldn't allow him to do that. So he went down to Jefferson and landed at the Jefferson County Fair Park and has been there ever since.
Okay.
So next year will be the 50th annual.
50 years of being down there at Jefferson. And I can say that I've been there for a majority of them. Probably missed about the first 10 just because I wasn't old enough to drive yet, but I think just about every year after that, I've been to at least one of them, either spring or fall. And being that it's your dad and everything like that, what does the Jefferson Car Show mean to you? The Jefferson
Swap. It's kind of a family business.
Sure.
Yeah, it's been a family business. My mom was heavily involved, her friends. I got two brothers, an older brother and younger brother, Paul and David. They've been intricate. I have a kind of a friend of my dad's his whole life. He kind of had lost his dad when he was young, and my dad kind of took him under his wing. His name's Scott Backover. He's been an integral part of the shows, especially running the shows.
Okay.
There's just a lot involved. There's a lot of volunteers / employees, and it's been great to have everybody's on board for the show weekends. For the last 20 years, I've been with my dad full time. and Gary comes into work every day and enjoys it just like he did in the beginning.
That's great. Yeah, this is something that you just don't do because you need a paycheck. This is something you do because you're passionate about it, and it sounds like that's exactly what you guys got going there. So on average, I know the show is big, but kind of give us some numbers on this if you can. What's the typical number of swap spaces that you have every single year?
Well, back in the 80s, it kind of peaked, I'd say early 90s into the early 2000s as far as crowd goes.
Sure.
And though we would average 25,000. Now we get anywhere from 12 to 15,000. We sell generally about 3,200 swap spaces a show.
Holy cow. Yeah, I think...
Iola
go ahead.
Iola is the biggest show in Wisconsin, and they do a great job up there as well.
Yeah.
I think that down here in southern Wisconsin, we definitely have the biggest show.
Sure. Yeah.
As far as swap meet goes.
By far. So do you and maybe this info isn't available to you, do you have anybody that's had a swap space for every single show?
We do. We've got 2 vendors that are left from the very beginning. We were just the other day looking at the 25th anniversary photos, and my dad was kind of reminiscing.
Sure.
Yep. There's 2 one-time vendors left.
That's incredible that you'd have those guys there. And, it's funny, you get there and you see guys in campers and you see so many people that look forward to it. And if there's any kind of, I don't even want to say a complaint because it's not the right word, you guys got to start paying off the weatherman just a little bit more. But it's almost gotten to be a thing where everybody knows, hey, it's Jefferson. And I don't even know if the rain really slows the show down all that much.
Not that I've noticed.
No, not really. Maybe the car show
think the
portion
vendors
of it.
mind the rain.
Yeah,
the car show hurts. I think the vendors, they don't mind a little inclement weather because I think folks, they come to shop and they shop fast and they don't mess around. They see something, they buy. They don't tire kick and try to find it for cheaper in
Right.
another stall.
Right.
Yeah, we've been fortunate over the years, just what you said, the culture, the friendships. We have a portion of our vendors are there to enjoy themselves for the weekend. It's not really about, making money. Some obviously want to break even, cover expenses, but the friendships that have been built there over the years, it's special.
Oh, yeah. I can see it because, there's people that I see when I go to Jefferson every year, and it's the only place that I see them, and it's kind of nice to run into them. So let me ask you this. We talked about the history and things like that. Do you have a story, something that happened that sticks in your mind from your time spent at the show?
Yeah, I guess I just really enjoy over the years just getting to know the different vendors, and some of them I became friends with, and we actually do stuff outside the car shows and swap meets.
Okay.
And I think that's something that a lot of people can say. I know, like, when I first started there as a young kid, I was pouring Pepsi out of a Pepsi machine. Like, in the old days, we poured the pop. And the show really grew exponentially in the late 80s. And we started putting some infrastructure in the fair park. The farmers started renting us some land. And just meeting some of the community members. And it's just amazing that we can keep this going all these years. It definitely was my dad's passion.
Sure. So you talked about how it's been, how it's going right now. Do you have any future plans for the Jefferson Car Show? Are you going to stay the course? Are we looking at changing things up? What's the future looking like?
Yeah, we're staying the course. I think the biggest changes is the age of our vendors. It's getting hard for them to come to the shows. A lot of them are starting to need some help. Some of our bigger vendors, commercial vendors, are talking retirement, which is understandable.
Oh, sure.
But I think they've got people in place to move it forward. We're trying to keep it automotive related. There's a lot of different economies working down there.
Right.
And that's one thing that I think in the future we're going to try to steer back into automotive related.
Sure.
We have a summer show that we started a couple years ago. This will be the third annual. It's called Gary's Hot Rod Reunion. It's June 20th, 2026, located at inside Union Grove at the Fair Park.
Okay.
And it,
At the Fair Park, not at
we
the
had a
drag
show
strip.
in-
Okay.
Correct.
And that'd be Kenosha County Fair?
At the
Or is that
the
Racine County?
Racine County Fair.
Okay.
Yep. Great people. We're looking forward to that, to building that show up. That show is 100% automotive related, and we're getting a lot of positive feedback from it.
Perfect. Well, there
Our
too,
first
you,
show was
you
our
get
first
to-
show was great. Our
You-
second show was really hot. It was like over 100 degrees last summer, and that kind of hurt us. So we're looking forward to this third annual here.
last year was the temperatures were ridiculous. So yeah, I mean, there you get
Mm-hmm.
to you get to draw a little bit from the Chicago, Northern Illinois crowd too. So that's a good thing as well. So yeah,
we're
you
hoping
got
to drag some parts and good cars out of the area for sure.
cool. So you got spring and fall. So the spring show is going to be Friday and Saturday, April 24th and 25th, and it's 8 to 4 on
Yep.
Friday, 6 to 4 on Saturday, and then when is the fall or the
Yep.
the summer show is going to be when?
June 20th at the Racine County Fairgrounds, and then Fall Jefferson is September 25th and 26th. I think about 4 years ago, we changed our formula at Jefferson from 3 days to 2 days. The premise of that was we had a lot of spectators traveling 3-4 hours, and they were disappointed because they said a lot of vendors were leaving.
Sure.
So we thought we'd just tighten up the shopping window and add some hours to Friday and Saturday and make it a solid show. I get people wanting to go home and travel on Sundays. I mean,
Right.
just camping that many days and the weather. There's a lot of factors.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, we remove Sunday to make the show stronger on Friday and Saturday, and
Yeah.
not spread out the hours of shopping.
You know, and I got to say the giddiness.
You understand?
The giddiness of people on Friday, getting into the show. Everybody's happy, everybody's smiling. It's that
Sure.
like icebreaker gets you. You know, winter's over when Jefferson is here.
Yep, time to get together with your friends, and that's one thing with the car culture versus buying parts online. You can talk to people, you can get the tricks of the trade to get the parts on your car. You may meet people that you can buy a parts car from. You're not going to be able to do that when you're buying a car part on the internet.
Right. Yeah, and the internet is, well, let's just say, marketplace is no place to be. It's not a fun place. I would much rather walk around Jefferson and find my thing and talk to a guy face to face than deal with all the garbage that's in marketplace. I know guys live for going on marketplace and lowballing the shit out of everybody, but man, there's just something to be said about going to swap meets. And, you know, we're lucky to have this right here in our backyard. And, you know, those of you who are listening who are a little bit further out, make sure you come and check this out. This is a very huge swap meet. Like I said, there's a whole ton of vendors. There's a car show. There's all sorts of things going on. Make sure you come and check it out. It'll be April 24th and 25th at the Jefferson County Fairgrounds. It's right on Highway 26 and 18. You can't miss it.
Yes, sir.
Anything else you want to add there, Eric?
We just appreciate everybody's patronage through the years. We're grateful.
Yeah, we wouldn't miss it. Jefferson's a show that I don't miss. Love that place.
Yeah, we're grateful to you and all your help for putting it on.
Yeah, you know our show is nothing to put on compared to the monster you guys got over there, and I know what it's all about. And yeah, good luck, and hopefully we get a whole bunch more people, and hopefully we can keep this Jefferson Car Show going on for years.
I appreciate it. Yep, we're going to work hard at it. We're ready for the future, and we're excited to keep this going well into it.
All right, Eric. Sounds good. And hopefully I'll be able to run into you on Friday when we're down there. And if not, good luck with this year's show, and we'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, I appreciate the opportunity. You guys have a great day.
You too.
You too, yep.
Hey, everyone. This is Tom from the Hot Rod Tuesday podcast, your source for all things car show in Wisconsin and beyond. Get ready for Vintage Torque Fest rolling into the Dubuque County Fairgrounds on Friday, May 1st and Saturday, May 2nd. We're talking about a huge 1964 and older car show, massive swap meet, on-track action with vintage motorcycles, dirt drags, demo derby, and more. Plus 3 stages of live music, a pinup contest, vintage camping, mini bike racing, including what might be the world's largest mini bike parade. And the best part? Vintage Torque Fest benefits Helping Hannah's Heart, a 501c3 charity supporting children with congenital heart defects. For more info, check out Vintage Torque Fest on Facebook or tune into the Hot Rod Tuesday podcast on April 21st for everything you need to know about this incredible show. Right. Joining us from the Northwoods of Wisconsin, we have Brandon from the Vintage Voyagers Street Rod Club up near Chetek. Brandon, welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Well, thanks for joining us. We appreciate it. So tell us about your car club.
Well, my dad and 3 other gentlemen started this club in 1978. So it's been going for quite a while, and I guess you call me a second generation. There's a few of us.
Sure.
We got about 40 members, and of course we're always looking for more. And we meet on the first and third Tuesdays of the month.
Okay.
To keep everybody into the loop and keep the camaraderie going.
Sure. Yeah, you got to do that.
Yep.
So you guys ended up putting together a car show. Why don't we talk about the car show a little bit?
Sure. So it's our 36th annual Blast from the Past. It happens in Chetek, Wisconsin.
Okay.
Chetek has a Independence Day weekend, and along with our car show, there's a large craft fair and other things going on in the area.
So those of us who have wives, I just got to mention this. Those of us who have wives and we go to car shows and there is craft fairs next to them, that usually makes it a lot easier, number one, to bring the wife along, but it also makes it a lot more expensive for those of us who go to a show, which is all good. We got to support all those people too at the craft fair.
Yeah. So it works out well. The airport shuts down for the day for us. And it takes a lot of work to put it together. But it's usually pretty rewarding. So
Yeah. So how many cars do you normally get at this show?
I would say it averages between 3 and 350.
That's a lot of cars.
That's a good turnout.
Yeah, you're pulling from the Twin Cities probably, and pulling from that whole northwest Wisconsin area. And for those of you who are wondering, Chetek is about 40 miles north of Eau Claire, and about a couple hours from the Twin Cities. So you're right there in the middle of everywhere.
Right. Yep. It's it's about 115 miles from Duluth.
Okay.
But it's all good driving.
Oh yeah, no, it's a straight shot everywhere. So for awards, what do you guys got for awards for your show?
Well, in the past few years, we've changed it, and we have a top 15 of the show, and then we have a couple of motorcycle awards and a young enthusiast, and we had to restructure it to make it easier for us to do.
Sure. Yeah, when you start handing out a bunch of
trophies,
trophies, that makes it a lot harder.
Yeah. So we restructured it, and it's a lot easier to handle the counting of ballots and things like that.
Sure. Sure.
Nobody's getting any younger in our club, so we're trying to make things easy.
Yeah, I think that's definitely a thing with a lot of the clubs that are out there. So what else is going on in Chetek? You mentioned it's got the Chetek Liberty Festival. What kind of things happen with that?
Well, I think there's like ball tournaments. There's ski shows every day. They have groups of people that come in and do competitions with skiing.
Okay.
And there's a big parade, which is the same day as our show this year on Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah,
So the show this year, what day is going to be? Is the show on?
it's on Saturday, July 4th.
Yep.
Yep.
And what time of the day? I don't have the flyer directly in front of me right at the moment.
Oh,
So if somebody wants to come in,
Okay.
what time of the day does it start?
I believe it starts at 8 o'clock.
Okay.
So, nope, right here. I'm sorry, 9 a.m. And we try to do an awards around 1:30.
Okay.
So
Well, it's good
we
though.
want to keep people there all day.
Yeah, you don't want to keep them there all day, and you also, because knowing it's the 4th of July, people got cookouts and all sorts of things to go to, fireworks and that sort of
Yeah.
stuff.
And the city of Chetek puts on a fireworks show also that night.
Okay.
Yeah, there's lots of lodging in Chetek. It's a really nice area. I believe there's 5 lakes that are combined there in Chetek.
Okay. Well, that
And,
sounds wonderful. It sounds like you guys are up there in the Northwoods. It's a beautiful area, great place for a car show. It's going to be on the 4th of July. You got plenty of events going on in the city of Chetek with the Liberty Festival.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, entry for this show is going to be $10, includes driver and one passenger. $2 spectator admission. Gates open at 9. Trophies at 1:30.
Yep.
Top 15 awards. It sounds like a place you want to be. So if you guys are up there in the Northwoods,
Yeah.
make sure to check this place out. It'll be, like I said, Saturday, July 4th up in Chetek.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else you'd like to add, Brandon?
Make sure you check out our concessions. We sell a really good burger.
Okay.
And there'll be plenty of cold beer.
Yeah, that's
For sale.
that's a good thing to have, especially at a car show. So, Brandon, if somebody wants to get a hold of you guys for the car show, how do they do that?
Well, there's we have a Facebook site, Vintage Voyagers Street Rod Club, or you can contact Russ, Larry, or Perry. I'm sure their numbers are on that site, and they'll get back to you.
Okay, and we'll share the picture on our Facebook page too. And like I said, go out, check these guys out up there in Chetek. It's a beautiful drive from here, and I don't think you guys will be disappointed. 300 and some cars every year. Be a great show to go to.
Hi, I'm Ed. Hi, I'm Bob. We're with the Wisconsin Specialty Vehicle Alliance, dedicated to preserving our right to restore, modify, and drive our specialty vehicles.
And we're listening to Hot Rod Tuesday podcast.
Here she is, the swinging sister of Slinger, Hot Rod Beth. Beth, welcome to the show.
Thanks so much, guys.
Boy, that's a new one.
Wow.
I was
That
trying to
is.
find something that rhymed with Slinger, and there's just not anything out there that's appropriate.
Well, great. I'm really not a swinger, but
Bringer.
I don't know. I might be able to be talked into it. I don't know. Anyway,
Yeah.
that's
God
beside
knows
the
we're
point.
not inappropriate either.
Yeah.
Right. Since when? Anyways, yes, I'm in Slinger tonight. It was a great week. Last week I was out in Vegas for the Viva show.
Yeah.
And
How was Viva?
Wow. Oh my gosh, the weather was incredible. I don't know if you're familiar with my Facebook page or not, but I think you posted something on the podcast page, if
Yep.
I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, all your
the
pictures.
Cars were incredible. People were incredible. Had a chance, ran into the Roadmen again. These guys are out of all over the place. Nebraska, the president of them was from Las Vegas, but now he's moving to back to California. So hung out with him for a while. And friends from this area met me out there, and we hung out, and it was a great show. It was a great show. The weather was perfect. I did try to bring some back, but it looks like I just got the warm weather, but the rain came with it. So,
Yeah.
Sorry, gang.
Yeah, that's all right. Now we
I
can
did my best.
get through the tornadoes tonight. We'll be okay.
Right, exactly.
All
But
right.
there's lots of things, boy. I tell you, the calendar is filling up quite a bit.
Well,
I'm not.
the biggest one we got coming up is going to be Jefferson. That's coming up next weekend, Friday and Saturday. Friday from 8 to 4, Saturday from 6 to 4, and the long-range weather forecast. You can tell it's Jefferson weekend.
Right.
Looks a
Well,
little damp.
anything could change. Anything could change.
That's right.
Even if they can just get 1.5 decent days out of it, so people can sell, make a little money.
Sure.
That would be good.
I don't know that rain even slows Jefferson down that much. People just know it's going to rain, and that's just what we do.
Right. Exactly. Put their boots on.
Yep.
Put their boots on. But this weekend, if anyone's interested, the Bobs are having their swap meet.
Okay.
And that is at the San Filippo's Farmers Market on National Avenue, 150th and National Avenue. And these guys do a great job. Their cause is for Make-A-Wish.
Okay.
And it's nothing to come into the swap meet. They're just looking for donations. So that's from 8 until 2. And I think that goes on. If it rains, it does go on Sunday the 19th. So we're going to keep our fingers crossed that Saturday works out good for them.
You know, that reminds me that last year, remember when you were reading all the different car shows coming up? And how bad Al would screw up San Filippo?
Oh, that wasn't the only one I messed up.
Right.
I know, that was just one of the things I remember.
Yeah, just like first time with Bob's, it's like, and then we have Bob Z.
Yeah.
Good old Bob Z.
That took me a second.
Yeah.
No, I got you. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's kind of what's going on this weekend. Like you said, Jefferson next weekend, and then the week after that, you got Vintage Torque Fest. There's all kinds of stuff happening. I will be at, I want to give you the right date, though, to make sure. I believe it's the 3rd. The Kowicki Park Car Show.
Okay.
And that is, this computer is driving me to drink, which not taking much these days. I wish I was in the garage with you guys.
We're actually in the basement, just trying to
Just
stay
in
ahead of
case?
everything. Yeah.
I feel like such a coward down here.
Yeah. Well, the floor in the garage is like soaked. It's just wet and gross and blech.
I could spill a beer and nobody'd know.
Or wet yourself. one
Even
of the
my
two.
classroom floor
Either.
is all slick right now because of the humidity and everything. I don't like it.
Well,
But
that's not
anywho,
good.
yeah.
But it's better to be safe than sorry, that's for sure. But
Yes.
Kowicki Park is going on. That too is from 8 until 2 o'clock. And all the funds, it's a fundraiser again. All that money, I believe, goes to Lions. So
Okay.
just again, great causes going on. And all these shows, we talked about it, I think, last week, that these car shows really need your support. They're all going for a good charity or a good cause.
Yep.
And get out there and drive them and make it happen out there.
Right. If you're looking for a place to go, make sure you check out WisconsinMotorEvents.com. Christopher has everything very well organized and easy to find based on a calendar. And you can even import that calendar into your Google Calendar. It's kind of a nice option.
Yeah, it sure does. Makes a big difference that way. That is for sure. Also, just some news on the front. I don't know if everyone's seen it or not, but Sussex Bowl, no more car show there. I am moving forward to another venue.
Oh, congratulations.
And yes, a bigger venue, and I will give you more information probably in the next 3 weeks or so once I get all the extension of permits and things like that, extension of premise, I should say, and the permits going and so on. But
Sure.
There will be more to come. I'm going out west, too, so all my friends out west, you'll get that information. I'll announce it once I've got all the deets, and I'm pretty excited. So,
Well, good.
as you know, I'll let you know where we're going and when you can show up. And otherwise, I'm going to be at all kinds of different shows and doing that. Pretty exciting. So,
Sure. Sounds like a
Good
great
stuff.
time. Looking
Yeah.
forward to the new venue and looking forward to the new shows. And, it's going to be a great time. So
Yeah.
I guess you got to ask.
Al, anything at all on that vehicle of yours?
Yeah, well, I pulled the lawnmower out so I can at least see it again.
What? You couldn't see your car over your lawnmower?
Well, that was
He's got
just,
a big lawnmower.
that was just one thing blocking it, but yeah,
Oh, my goodness.
I know.
Well, we talked about this. We need to get something going. Do I need to find help for you?
Oh no.
Yeah. Actually, there's a
Well-
lot of people that could sign up for that. There's like psychiatrists and shit that have retired because of him early.
Oh, my goodness. Well, I'm just offering it up just in case.
Oh, I
you know.
appreciate that, but no, I'm good. I'm good.
All right. Well, it was worth a shot.
All right.
It was worth a shot.
Speaking of shots, here's the shit that Al says.
Oh, boy.
All right. This one was sent to me. No, I'm not blaming you this time, Beth. But this one was
Thank you.
honestly sent to me. And, you know, you guys out there, obviously you're aware that we have it hard. It's rough for fellas. Because I'll tell you, a guy can walk in to an animal shelter and he can walk out with a puppy and everybody thinks, wow, what a great guy. But if that same guy walks into a women's shelter looking for a girlfriend, suddenly he's a creep.
Oh, my God. It is the shit that Al says.
Oh.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
Yeah, this is why we're not FFA regulated, or whatever that
Right.
is. Not FFA, whatever it is. FCC.
We're sponsored by the FFA.
FCC, yeah, FCC, not FFA, whatever.
And the donor of that one shall remain nameless unless Tom pisses me off, then I'll name him.
Oh, my God.
I sent you that?
Got it right here.
Oh, okay. Well, all right, that's going to do it for this episode of the Hot Rod Tuesday podcast. Thanks for
You know
hanging
what?
out. Go ahead.
Tom, I'm sorry. I have to correct myself. On Alan Kowicki is on May 23rd. I got my I seen the 3rd, and I thought it was the 3rd, and it's the 23rd at Kowicki Park.
All right.
Shame on me. What was I thinking? Big dummy.
Yeah.
And it is for the Lions Club, so I did get that right. Woohoo!
You're not a big dummy. You're only 5'2".
Oh, well,
All right.
not even.
Oh, 5'1"?
Why are you looking at me
No.
like that for?
No, shorter.
5?
No, shorter.
4'11"?
Yes.
Really?
Honest to God.
So you're like a perfect rear end. Good.
Well, something like that. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
it.
well, yeah. Everybody wants a 4'11" rear end. Anyway,
I like that. I might have to get a shirt that says that.
yeah. Whoop, hang on. I'm losing my microphone. It kept
don't
getting
do
closer and closer and closer. All right, that's going to do it for this episode of the Hot Rod Tuesday podcast. Thanks for hanging out with us and spending your time with us. If you enjoyed the show, make sure you're subscribed and maybe pass it along to a buddies into hot rods too. And if there's something you want us to talk about or a build you want to share, just reach out. We're always ready to hear from you. You can get a hold of us at hotrodtuesdaypodcast@gmail.com. Call or text at 920-306-1411. Or you can get a hold of us through our website at hotrodtuesdaypodcast.com. Until next Tuesday, take it easy, keep the wheels turning, and we'll catch you on the next episode of the Hot Rod Tuesday podcast.
Absolutely. All right, guys, get out there and drive them. That means you too, Al.